South London, East London, West London. You're jamming with G-Shock Radio.
Okay, here we are. Thanks for listening. And we're here with Gaz, DJ Shed.
Hello.
And Leo Mofunk.
Hello.
Two members of Hawkins Clarke. So we're here to talk about the first musical product of the Melomaniacs, which is here. I've got it in my hand. You can see it on the camera, I hope, which is the debut album from Hawkins Clarke called Distant World. So it's been out for 3 weeks now?
Yeah, it got released November the 9th. Yeah.
Okay, so we talked, I think, when it came out, and it was all very exciting and very new. And I was just wondering how it feels now. It's been out there for a few weeks. How is it feeling? How's it settling with you?
It feels really great. Leo, do you want to talk?
Yeah, no, I've just got my hands on the first physical copy, so it feels properly real now. Not just
Yeah, and have you been listening to it? Because I often wonder if when you make a piece of music or you write a book or something like that, do you ever go back and listen to it, or do you kind of think, right, I'm done, I'm moving on to the next thing?
Shall I answer? Oh,
yeah.
No, do you want to go first?
Yeah, no, I've been listening to it on and off. I've been listening to the brilliant, press release videos that Gaz has been making, and that's made me go back into it. And hearing it in different situations, definitely.
Gaz, you were saying you listened to it last night. You said you had a bit of it. Was that the first? You said you put it on your system at home, really loud, and had a bit of a listening session.
Well, actually, I did a thank you kind of party for my brother Wayne, who's been really supportive throughout the project from quite early on, and our friend Oliver, which is my brother's friend, and he'd done the graphic design work on it, so I wanted to say thank you to those people, my brother and Oliver. And we came over last night. We put the decks back, and we opened up the studio, or the decks forward, and opened back the studio. And we really listened to it really loud. And it was I sat there thinking, actually, it's not bad.
You should be proud. I mean, it's amazing, and it's. So it's a home-produced album, right? Because, we talked about this before. Most people, if they're going to record an album, they write some tunes and you go to a studio and you record it and you do it collaboratively. But you guys did this, remotely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? So how did that work? What was the process?
I don't even have a studio. I just got a couple of guitars, a little rig that I can plug into my iPhone, and I just put things down on Bandcamp, and I've been emailing them to Gaz.
So you'd record them that way, and then you'd send them to Gaz.
Exactly.
And then what would you do with that, Gaz?
Well, I have to clean them up a bit, and then so basically, I have them on an MP3 format or WAV file. Clean up. Depending on what I'm doing with the actual. If I'm manipulating Leo's bass for some reason and I want to change it, then I will change it into a media file, and we go from there. But it depends what it is. But on the generalisation of it all, it receives it, we clean it up, we look at it, and then we go from there. But it's all done remotely, yeah.
So it was done remotely. You recorded it between you in your home studio. Then you mastered it.
So first of all, Leo would come up with maybe a bass line, which is great. It could be 32 bars, it could be more than that, and then we'll work around the track around that. Or I could come up with some strings and some beats and send it to Leo, and Leo go, "Whoa, that's nice. I put a bass line over the top of that." So it can work that way. And then once we've got that kind of form of an arrangement within the track, it then gets mixed and then it gets mastered. Yeah.
Okay, and so stylistically it covers a lot of ground. Like, I listened to the album and there's all sorts of influences and things that I hear in there. Was that intentional, or did you kind of start with the track and let the track lead you, or were you intending to create a synth pop track, a techno track, a drum and bass track? How did that work?
Well, I think one of them was definitely deliberate. Like, I thought we should have a drum and bass track. I just really wanted.
And that's a real curveball at the end of the track, at the end of the album, right? It takes you by surprise.
Because I've always been into drum and bass since the beginning, so I've always, and to have one of those heavy bass lines has been a dream of mine. So I was really happy with that.
I remember I said because the chords I wrote was from the concept album I did kind of the year before, and basically it's just two chords, and basically it was, and I said to Leo, I said I'm just going to run some strings over the top of it and see how it goes. I remember you said, I think it needs to be a drum and bass track.
And it's awesome. It does work. It's brilliant, and it's a lovely curveball at the end of it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Gaz, so you've brought some tracks that were influencing the album, that you were maybe listening to or were informing the album, and we were going to maybe take a listen to some of those. So where do you want to choose something, and where are we going to start?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I want to go with Leo's choice, which is the first one, which is a beautiful track. Leo, do you want to
the Depeche Mode, yeah.
No,
David
Sylvian.
David Sylvian. Oh, that was just on the end of an anime series that I was watching. It was like the end credits.
Yeah.
Called Monster, and it was just really atmospheric. Just a beautiful track. So, and I think that influenced my vocal delivery quite a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Because I listen to your vocals and I hear a lot of David Sylvian. I hear Bowie. I hear maybe Robert Wyatt at points in there as well. So all stylistically quite similar, I think. So. Okay, well, should we get into it? So this is David Sylvian and For the Love of Life.
And slowly you come to realize it's all as it should be. You can only do so much if you're game enough. You could place your trust in me. For the love of life, there's a trade-off. We could lose it all, but we'll go down fighting. What of the children? Surely they can't be blamed for our mistakes. And slowly I've come to realize it's all as it should be. That hiding space, a lonely place. so wrong. I found mistakes where they don't belong. For the love of life will defeat this. They may tear us down, but we'll go down fighting. Won't we?
Yeah, so that was lovely. Thanks for choosing that. And I really hear the influence on your voice and your vocal delivery from listening to that track. So the album is very much a concept album, right? It's based around a story, a narrative. Do you just want to talk us through a little bit about that? And
Yeah, so the whole album is about a gentleman at an early age who saw a UFO, and it kind of affected him for the rest of his life, up to the point where the fact that he got into started abusing his body, and basically he had trouble with relationships, and it was going nowhere really, basically. And then all of a sudden the UFOs come back, and they kind of haunt him and follow him, but they give him an opportunity to start his new life and to get rid of his demons and go with him to this new distant world, and where he finds solitude there, but unfortunately he also finds isolation, where the fact that he is the only human on this new distant world. But in the end he finds love, and then he creates a new life for himself.
And you're using this as a metaphor for lots of different things, right? For sort of hope and love and all of these things. So rather than it being a literal story, it is a very literal story, but I think you're alluding to lots of maybe other things in modern society as well at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. It's it could be quite a common ground for a lot of people, and I mean there is definitely some. There's quite a lot of undertones from myself. But yeah, it is about that. But it's also an opportunity for Leah and I to get out what we love and to put it out to the world.
Great. And so it all started. You alluded to this before. 2 years ago, you did that. Was it more than that? You did the Proof Is Out There, which was kind of a mixed concept sound collage, I suppose. Was it based around UFOs and UFO sightings? And that, I guess, that was the genesis of the album. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was a holiday in Italy where I listened to a lot of techno kind of different forms of music, and I was reading at the time UFO reports, and I built this storyboard up in my head, and after I'd done the soundtrack of this mix I did, I was a bit puzzled. I didn't know what to do. I was actually offered to take that and do it live with a projector screen. Someone asked me to do it projector screen, do it live, do a DJ mix of it all with the samples and everything. And I didn't know what to do, and I spoke to Rolforce. So Rolforce is, I don't know if he's in the chat, he's in Thailand.
I think he's in Thailand.
Yeah.
I think he's busy.
Yeah, so I spoke to Rolforce and I said, and he said, well, it's a really good subject to do something on. And that's how it started. I thought it'd be a great idea. Well, I'm doing Ableton now, and let's maybe make some music of our own. So.
Awesome. Yeah. So should we hear another track, another influence? So we had Leo's choice just now. Are you going to choose one for us, Gaz?
Yeah. So I'm going to choose Depeche Mode, World in My Eyes. And the reason why I say that is because It is such a beautiful track. I mean, the whole album, Violator, is amazing. I was talking to Wayne and Oliver about it. It's one of the best albums ever. And every track is absolutely brilliant. But actually, this is not my favourite track on the album, but this track alone is such a perfect pop tune, and it's just brilliant. So, yeah.
Okay, you want to press play?
Yeah, I'll press play.
Okay, so when you started recording the album, what was the first track you recorded? How did that go? I mean, it must have been quite a leap into the unknown, right? The first time you did this. So how did the first track go? And
so if I remember rightly, it was Home for Home, and
I sent you those strings, didn't I?
yeah, and Gary, you wrote the lyrics to that.
Yeah.
So it was like, I just kind of put it on my phone and had my headphones on and just kind of leant into the track and just started vocalizing with the lyrics, and it kind of just fell into this kind of what I'm told is Bowie-like kind of vocal.
Yeah, well, that was the first thing I heard when I heard that track, and that was the first one you played me, and I think it got played around a few different places, and lots of people said, Bowie-like, particularly with your vocal delivery, which was a surprise, because I hear you doing the Melomaniacs jingles, and you've got this kind of deep baritone, soulful baritone.
That's my radio voice.
That's your radio voice. And that's a different sound. I was surprised when I heard it. Okay. And then how did it go from there? What was so you put the vocals on?
I mean, I'm quite spontaneous when I do things, and often it takes me like one take just to come up with an idea, and then another take to sort of finish it. And I don't like to go over things too much because it kind of loses some of the emotion, some of the energy. And if I can do it in like one take, I will. Because often I'm a believer in like the first idea, the first thought is the best thing.
Okay. And so just go with it. And I think that's and then it's down and that's what it is. You can always improve things or not, so it's sometimes good to stick with the first iteration, right?
Exactly.
Cool. Okay. So we were just talking earlier about the Melomaniacs and the Melomaniac Collective and how it started off as a kind of online thing, kind of group during lockdown. Through Worldwide I found was the connection, right? And everybody met online and would communicate online. Then we came out of the pandemic and we started kind of meeting IRL in real life, and I was talking to Anthony about this earlier before we came in, and how good it is that we're meeting up now, and it's becoming quite a regular thing, and there's been lots of DJ events, but this is the first it's definitely the first musical product that's come out of Melomaniacs Collective. So I'm just wondering if you had any kind of thank yous or gratitude you wanted to share from both of you. I don't know if you want to go first, Leo, because producing an album's a big thing. I know that hours that have gone into it. Gaz has told me that. So I don't know if you wanted to talk about that.
Well, I'd like to thank your brother and Oliver as well for all the efforts they've done with making the physical copy. I mean, I know I wasn't, really that into the whole physical thing, but now seeing it, I do appreciate,
It's a great thing to have, and you've got it forever now, right?
Yeah.
So whatever happens, you've made the album, which is amazing, and it's always there, and you can, people in the future, it will always be there. So it's great to have that.
And also the effort, the mammoth effort that Gary's put in the studio with the mastering. I mean, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Especially when you're teaching yourself on the go. I mean, that's an amazing achievement.
Well, most people use. Well, most people use producers, mastering, and you use lots of different people to do all of those processes, and you two have done everything. Bar the graphic design and bar the vinyl mastering, you've done everything, and so that's an amazing achievement, and you've picked up a lot of skills along the way as well.
Yeah, I mean, again, I want to echo what Leo said. My brother was a real strength, and Oliver was a real, just fun to be with. And I spoke to him last night, and he said it was just fun to do. It was absolutely fun to do. And it was nice from a graphic designer point of view, because he related, I'm going to say what he said last night. He said, you come up with some ideas, and I was like, guys, no, just simplify everything, make it millionise everything. And his input produced that. Obviously we had some ideas and he had some ideas, but for him to steer that way is great. On the mastering front, Andy, I'd like to big thank you to Andy Vax, who lives in Ukraine, in Kiev, with his family, and we talk every couple of days. It started off where I spoke to him. I did Alien Love first, and I mixed and mastered it, and it sounded brilliant in my beautiful expensive studio earphones, and then when I got to play it in other devices and sounds, it sounded absolutely horrible. and it was learning how to calibrate. So when it's all about calibration, where there's a certain level where it's good on every device and every earphones, and there's a calibration for that. And I didn't know that, and so he made me an EQ to fit on my monitor on my Ableton that allowed me to then mix and sound what it's going to sound like for everybody else, not just for my brilliant, perfect earphones. And we formed this beautiful relationship. I've never met him in real life. We talk about it. He loves the album. He's assisted me on the mastering. I sent the mastering to him. He's done the final touches here and there. It's like he's come back and said, "Oh, like the synthesizer's too high for the vinyls." Done complete vinyl mastering on it for me. We've built up a really good relationship. So that's Andy, and then of course my dad's helped me with some of the financial things and for synthesizers and stuff. But mainly, of course, it's the Melomaniacs that have completely supported us.
Yeah.
From
100%. Yeah. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, from the beginning, when sending demos to Sedge, literally like. Hours after they've been done. Sedge, how do you feel like, how's this?
I reckon I had 10 versions of Home for Home.
Well, you want to see my Mac? There's about 150, I think.
Right, so we hear another tune. What you're going to choose next? Another of the influences that informed the album.
I don't know.
I'll let you go.
We've got OMD Julie's song's quite a good one.
Yeah,
So let's put that
you
one.
can go for that. Put that on there.
Are you ready?
Okay, press play. Okay, Leo's just gone to get changed. I think he's putting the merch on. Is that right?
Yeah, so Leo and I only decided, well, my brother got some as well, that we just bought some T-shirts. Just thought it would be good to market the album. And
Spin around.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Distant World on the back.
And it's quite simple, sort of minimalistic, like the album cover, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a real recording artist. Now you've got a T-shirt. Now you've got merch. That's it. That's, you've
well,
made
yeah,
it.
I just saw the notice that Sean's just said. Yeah. But I have to say that, you know, I did mention that the fact that thanks to the Melomaniacs is in general. But there's been a few Melomaniacs who've done a lot of work, like yourself, and Shawnee E's done a lot of stuff for us behind, so we thank them as well. So, you know, yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And so Leo's gone for the reverse. We've got the black T-shirt. Give us a spin. Nice, looking good.
So the idea of that is the record C. It was Oliver's idea that the logo is on A, white, and then the record on C is black.
So let's talk about I mean, I'm not sure how well you're going to see that on the camera, but the kind of design, the front cover's almost completely black, but with a small planet in the centre. But you've told me before that's not Earth.
No. If you put magnifying glass to it, it's definitely not Earth. It's a livable. It's a habitat planet like Earth, like an atmosphere, but it's not Earth. And the idea of it is, Oliver and I were discussing. Do you mind? Is that all right? We were discussing that. Whatever way you look at the cover, are you actually leaving the planet or are you going to the planet?
Yeah, so you just want to leave people with that question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I got a question for both of you. I spoke to you 3 weeks ago. I asked you this question, and I don't think you're really sure how to answer it. I asked you if you were proud of it, and maybe now you've had a few weeks for it to settle. Do you feel proud of what you've achieved? Do you want to go first?
Yeah,
Leo,
definitely. I mean, I've had a go at making music, writing music over the years, but I think collaborating with somebody, especially Gary, it just adds a professionalism to it. It makes it sound finished, whereas everything I did before was a kind of blues mentality, very rough around the edges, not quite finished. Whereas now I feel like I've actually, you know, officially achieved something, and it's like a basis to move forward now.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds great. It sounds really, really good. It's well finished. It's well mastered. So I think all of that helps, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely.
How about you guys?
I think I have to be careful I don't cry. I think last night was a real just playing it with my brother and the Oliver, and to have their reaction. It was great, and so it was really, really good. I now I'm extremely proud, and this is the last of the promos for me because I've been busy all the way through November doing this, so I can now relax and get back to what I really like doing.
And that leads us nicely onto the future, because you've got some great skills now. You've learned a lot. You've learned how to make an album. You've got, you know, the saying is the first time you do a job, you learn a job. The second time you do a job, you do it right. So you've got all these skills now. So what does the future hold?
It's a difficult second album, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we've already got some ideas, and we've got some almost finished tracks already. So.
Intriguing.
3 working finished tracks, and Leo's got to go, and unfortunately got to go on holiday, which is a bit unfair. But so I'm hoping he's got to do a couple of bass lines for me before he goes away, and then when I'm on holiday, while he's on holiday and I'm holiday from work at Christmas time, we'll just slot them in.
And can you spill any beans? Spill the tea on the new album, and in anything different, a big shift, or can you give us a few hints?
I feel like lyrically I've kind of gone from strength to strength during this process. So I think I'll be contributing a lot more songs, hopefully, and same with Gary. He's got some lyrical ideas that we're already working on. So I don't know. I feel like this one might be more song based, but I'm not sure. We'll see where it takes us.
And any overarching concept at the moment, or like the alien concept, or?
No, I think it's.
No, I've kind of. I mean, I did. The vision I had with kind of Leo just before a couple of months ago when we talked about it was probably songwriting is going to be done on what's happening now in present tense or memories of the past. But I'm certainly agree with Leo. We certainly agreed on the same page. But I think that's why we work together really well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm my influences for making this album, which I did bring with me on this new album that we're making, is very much a lot of krautrock and really strong bass.
Yeah, you did your special this week, right, on the Motoric?
The Motoric,
and all of that stuff. So,
that drum beat, I still can't get rid of. I was quite obsessed with it. Like, the top hat on the 1, 2, 3, 4, the snare on the 2 and the 4, and the thump on the 1 and 3. Yeah, I just can't do it. It's there.
watch this space.
Yeah.
All right, so we got, how are we doing for time? Yeah, we've got one more, time for one more of your influences then. And then we'll get into the album.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to hear?
I don't know. Do you want Zeppelin or shall I put Glass on or?
Philip Glass.
Philip Glass. So
That's important.
yeah, probably that one.
Okay, so so I hear lots of these kind of the sort of minimalist composer influences in there, the repetition, the repeated melodies in there. So yeah, I'm glad you've chosen that one because I hear quite a lot of that in the album.
I mean, I love Philip Glass. He's my favourite composer, and if I could play like him, it'd be amazing. But he's the ultimate for me, and
Right, here we go. So Philip Glass and Prophecy. Okay, so Philip Glass, we were just talking there. I don't know if Alison, Sister Chat, is still listening, but we were talking about maybe there's a job for her. We know she's a very proficient choral singer. She sent me a recording of something she did last year. So maybe there's another Melomaniac collaboration in the works there.
Yeah, we were thinking of, we did ask Alison to do something on the track, which was a track that was called Alien Life that never made the album. And so it wasn't quite ready. We wasn't really. It just didn't work out. I think we could look at it, but definitely on this album, we definitely like some choir.
You were saying just now, Gaz, you had some ideas for, recording choral works against whatever tracks you.
Yeah, I think so. If I just took the mic and the laptop down, then we could just record it, and then we can clean it up when we get home.
Okay, so let's get into the album. So first track we're going to play is Went Fishing called UFOs, right?
Yeah, I think that was probably, we were talking about it earlier. I think if, just quickly before Leo goes on and talks about it, I think it was the most difficult track for me, doing it, a prime example, while sometimes remotely just doesn't work.
Yeah. Because I built up layers of guitars on my music app, and they were all lined up a certain way, but when I was sending them to Gary, he was finding it difficult to then realign them in a way that I'd originally done it, and we were struggling with other tracks. And a shout out to my mate Ben, who explained a few things on Ableton that managed to help us out on that. But it's not doing it live in a studio does have its own problems.
Difficult, right?
Yeah. But when it's it's experimental music, it's not smooth jazz or something, it doesn't have to be perfect, and I think it works. So.
And it's the first time you've done it as well, so you've learned. There's a lot of learning involved as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, most definitely. I think that track in particular was such a unique. I mean, when Leo sent me the guitars and then the bass, and then we put it together, we had a strong narrative about the track, because the fishing and farming, the whole track was that the first guitar that comes in isolates as someone on its own, alone. Then the two guitars come in, plus the lead, brings out a community spirit like farming. And then the third guitar, excluding the lead, I should say, comes in, and then that brings up then I managed to bring the Melatonin synth in, and then we managed to bring the synth to bring up to attention that made it for UFOs.
Let's hear it.
Ready?
Yeah, go for it.
We had industrial work. We had farming, fishing. Here in the Midwest, we had UFOs. fishing. Here in the Midwest, we had UFOs.
A strange craft landing near their fishing site and of being taken aboard by 3 unearthly creatures. The 2 men were questioned under hypnosis and lie detectors, but their story remained intact.
Okay, yeah, great. We're just saying how much we like that one and how... Oh, the background music isn't playing. Oh, let's do that. There we are.
Turn that down as well.
Okay. We're in. There we go. We're in. Okay. Yeah, we love that one. And the synth that builds at the end almost sneaks up on you. You almost don't notice it's there, and then it gradually comes in. And
yeah, I think music producers would know about that. It's called automation. So you can automate anything to go in and out what you like. So, but what I done there was the Menton, the synthesizer, I duplicated it and then removed certain notes from it and increased the volume on the duplication, which is like equivalent of doing the Shepperton tone.
Right, so you need to get, we're running short on time, so you need to get the next one queued up, guys. So we're going for Home for Home next, which was the first, we talked about this earlier, it's the first one you recorded, the first single, I suppose.
Yeah.
And the one where everyone makes the Bowie comparisons with Mofin's voice.
I think we're ready.
Are we ready?
Ready,
Okay,
go.
let's go.
Sorry.
this human alone.
Okay, that was Home for Home, and we just got time for one more track before Danny Wood jumps in. So where can we buy the album from? Leo, I don't know if you want to take that one as Gaz is flipping.
So we're available on Bandcamp, where we still have limited vinyl left, so we appreciate all your support. If you want to get yourself a physical copy of our beautiful looking vinyl here.
And you can buy the MP3s on there as well, right?
Yeah, it's a digital download as well. So yeah, check us out. We've got quite a few nice Instagram posts as well, if you want to have a look at those.
So at Hawkins Clarke, all one word.
Yeah, it's Hawkins Clarke. Yeah, all one word. And if anybody would like to help us promote the album by writing a review, or if you do like it, it's hawkinsclarke.music@gmail.com.
Got it. Right. Last track. What are we going to hear?
Well, this is my favourite track of the album. I mean, they're all, in my eyes, absolutely amazing. But this track has more of a song structure to it, and has this strange bloke called Leo that's playing the amazing bass on it.
Right. Okay. Let's hear it then.